Welcome everybody to the Echo Arena VR Master League. My name is NightFiree with 2 E's. I am joined with my cameraman, the forever lovely SirDimwi. I will be solo casting this with you in an adventure. My first time here, Zero Gravity versus Paradox. I know I just came from Master League 2. If you were over there, you might be wondering how the magic happens. I can't reveal it to you. That's the beauty of the magic. So now I'm on 1. And I'm prepped. I'm ready. I'm ready to go for this game. We got both squads in lobby. Obviously, you can see they're getting warmed up with some rock, paper, scissors. And I think we're about to hop into round 1 in no time. Zero Gravity is going to be on the orange team. Paradox on blue. The active rosters for today coming in from Zero Gravity. We have Cyber Warrior, Toasted Tartars, Old Dog, and Myth. And over on Paradox, we have Dewey Blank, Bird Friend 404, Jade Train 1975, and Fallout Cast. Doesn't seem I don't know who their main or subs are, but both squads do have an extra few players they can dip into if the need comes, and so I don't know what to expect coming into today. I know it's 2 top tier teams, a gold versus diamond, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to do my due diligence on that, but we are underway into our first round, and so far the disc in the hands of Paradox. A bit of a clear here down inside the zone of Zero Gravity, and Zero Gravity going to try and clear this out. Bit of passing here inside the bubble, the juking of disc, and the 2-point inside shot from Jade Train 1975. Good bit of work there to get themselves a nice 2-point lead from Paradox, and we'll see what Zero Gravity can do on their offensive joust.
Here we go.
Think we are in a restart. I don't imagine they're gonna play this one by staying inside zone, but yeah, we did have a DC out of Zero Gravity, so a bit of a timeout, and curious if they will have to tap into that sort of sub-reserve that they have, if you will, or if they're going to have to dip into the league subs. Who knows? But either way, we are going to be in for a bit of a timeout as they get that sorted, and it'll just be you and me, chat, together. What do you want to talk about? Who this sub's going to be? What's everyone's theories? Is Sila going to go straight from one game into the next? Could he do it? I think he's probably within the same ranking. That would be an interesting bit of point of conversation. I don't know. I need your input, chat. I need your thoughts and feelings. Talk about how much of a big Chad you are to card to be as a caster. You know, we have a huge range. Echo Arena casting team is so skilled, and I love so many of their voices. You know, I love SirDimwi's voice. I love Swift. Sputnik's shot calling is great. Some of the new additions, Pam Wow was really fun to cast with. They're just natural fits, and honestly, if you just have a good radio voice in the setup, you could cast for Echo Arena too. So I don't know if that's what it really requires, but yeah, I mean, it's very, very minimal requirements, and then obviously passion for the game. You know, I love watching Echo Arena, love playing it, play it with my nephew as sort of our way of bonding in these days of quarantine, and we watch the games in venues on Sundays together. And it's just it's fantastic. I love everything about it. I know you're getting the stories from me. I hope it is a cool story, Bob. What else are we doing here on this timeout? No cool stories, please. But yeah, it looks like Zero Gravity are going to have to dip into that league sub pool or go 4v3. They got 3.5 minutes left in their timeout before we get there. But it does look like there's doing some typing in Discord, trying to get things set up. So we will see what happens in due time. I thought they had a fourth. I thought they had a fifth in their roster, though. Trying to look at dig into the website here. My matches page is out of date. If you wanted to see the matches page, you can head on over to vrmasterleague.com/echoarena/matches. That's where you'll find all of the potential broadcast matches coming in from your favorite broadcasters. If you had been observing that, you'd see that Palador will be tuning in to underrated rookies versus Technique on Master League 2. We'll be back here on Master League 1 with Wireless Jacks and Ding in about an hour and 20 minutes. Let's see. Zero Gravity's roster. They don't have a fifth. They do. They have 6. Huh. I think that's the whole point, right? You have extra players so that you can dip into your reserve pool, if you will, your own private reserves, and guarantee that you'll have a player that you've at least practiced with a little bit. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to reach out to one of the 2 other available in their roster, but I think their timeout is getting pretty close to running out of time. Both teams are ready, so we might be doing a 4v3 here because Zero Gravity have not been able to secure a sub. So unfortunate bit of fortunate start here for sure for Zero Gravity. They have a 2-point deficit, and now they are down 1 for what seems to be the remainder of this series until their 4th does connect in. So they're gonna have to play it a bit more defensively. They can't get aggressive on that joust, and that does open up the opportunity for the stacks here from Paradox to apply pressure. And the stuns inside zone, the missed 3 shot just outside goal, and a clear here from Myth. Snagged by Fallout. Bit of a missed pass here going awry, but there's only 3 available, and they're getting consistently locked and stunned up by the grouping here from Paradox. Although the clear does come in, maybe they can get some stack pressure down inside the zone of Paradox. I don't imagine that would be very easy with just 3 though here, and the clear is going to be inside tunnel, going to be picked up by Paradox and then slapped down into the zone of Zero Gravity. So Zero Gravity really having a tough time with this 4v3. The setup here inside the zone, just going a bit wide here on the pass, and here is their 4th, has come in, the savior of Zero Gravity, and they've done enough. They've prevented the damage from coming out here. Heck, they might be able to get some points if they didn't get intercepted there by Dewey. Very close for Zero Gravity there. And there he is. Old Dog. I think he is a roster player here too, so they haven't dipped into the league subs. They've dipped into their own private well, if you will, and maybe with 4 here, they can start to get some momentum. They can be able to apply the appropriate pressure they need to, and they don't have to have that permanent goalie anymore. They can stack, push, and you can get a little bit faster with their maneuvers. Maybe that'll throw off Paradox as they do get disc almost inside bubble there. That bounce, not very favorable here, but the setup is going to be Zero Gravity inside the zone of Paradox. The stun almost catching him off guard. The back pass, actually an unintentional clear in favor of Paradox. Now an open goal. This shot not going to be successful here. Bounces off the lower end of the backboard, and Paradox still going to be able to hold on to the disc, but it's not going to be as easy to get set up as it was when it was a 4v3. Excellent, Andy. Thank you for that info. So their team captain was actually missing. That's probably even more important now that he is back inside the arena, if you will. And it does look like Toasted is going to stay in goal with this with this Paradox squad. Excuse me. Paradox is going to set something up here. A nice slap from Old Dog as he puts pressure on what was looking like a walk-in goal. Managed to get himself a decent clear to the center field here, and Fallout Cass going to snag the disc. He's going to try and pass something up. That's a missed pass, a good stun coming in. Well, it does get picked up on the side of the arena, and Paradox now setting up inside Zero Gravity's zone. A couple of missed passes, not getting punished though, and this is going to be a setup inside the bubble. Shot from the backside of goal. 2 points. A good J-Train Bird Friend combo platter.
12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's see what Zero Gravity are going to bring on their offensive joust. You can see the blitz coming in from Paradox, not too successful. Fallout Cast can be able to throw a stun out, grab disc, and set Paradox up again. And been a slow scoring series, but we're at the halfway mark and it's a 4-0 lead for Paradox. The 3v4 obviously playing a factor into how quick either one of these teams could really effectively play, but Zero Gravity have not had a successful time yet inside the zone of Paradox. Now they may be able to find some success. This might be a one-on-one play. The stack comes in, the shot gets intercepted off the backswing. What could have been also a potential pass to Cyber there in the center doesn't follow through, and stuns coming in around disc. Gets picked up by Zero Gravity. The shot comes out. I think Bird Friend able to snag that one in goal, just prevents it from going in. That would have been 3. That would have been 1 point away from the lead. Back and forth we go. Zero Gravity able to hang on to the disc, avoids a stun. A bit of a pass up here, gets knocked off by the Geode. A bit of competing inside the bubble. Finds, again, no success for Zero Gravity. They are going back and forth here continuously, just trying to set something up while Paradox apply the pressure on defense. Shot there off the backboard, gets scooped up, and this should be an uncontested clear for Paradox. Patiently waiting here. Old Dog just missing that disc. That's going to open up an opportunity for Bird Friend to throw an excellent high-speed shot on a goal, but the double goalies set up. Even if one was stunned, the other would have grabbed it. Works wonders for them there, and the missed pass, that probably will go punished here as it does get slapped away by Zero Gravity. Will the stacks be here? It doesn't look like anyone's going to be here except for Paradox, so minimize the damage, send their disc up the way through center here and try and set something up. Another pass gone awry, although off the backboard is going to make for a nice setup for a 2. J-Train and Dewey Blank tacking on to their lead. 6-0 now. Time on the clock is 3:20, not timeout. We are not in a timeout, as you may think we are. But 3:13 left on the clock now as we go into the offensive round for Zero Gravity. Interceptions going in through the midfield, back and forth between the two teams, vying for the disc, and also a bit of a battle going on down in the goal of Paradox as what was looking like a setup coming in for Zero Gravity, but the disc never really found the hands it needed to. Now Dewey Blank able to snag that. Cyber Warrior comes in, picks it up, finds himself a clear, and now maybe they can set something up inside the bubble. This is an open goal here. No stacks coming in, although here is the easy shot for Cyber Warrior. He could have slowed that up and gone for the 3, but when you're down 6, you just need points on the board, and with only 2:20 now on the clock, they just got to get some momentum going their way. So we'll see now if they can blitz or potentially intercept something as Paradox set up for their attempt on goal on offense. We in a 1v2, a bit of a pass back and forth here. I don't know who was on goal there, but the dive for disc almost paid off, and Bird being able to sneak under that dive. It looked like a dunk, but at 16 meters a second, it was a throw, so 3 meters away, but regardless was thrown in, and Paradox just answering back perfectly to that 2-point dunk from Zero Gravity. Now Old Dog gonna slowly work his way up into the zone of Paradox, but doesn't have enough teammates to pass to. Paradox are going to intercept that and clear it back into the zero gravity zone.
Orange clears it out of their zone. Blue gets their hands on it. Picked off.
Bit of back and forth, but with a minute left,
Clears it out of their
it's going to require a couple of threes for zero gravity to start the comeback. They need to get this disc out of their zone was step one. And also just, you know, try and work on those setups. They obviously have been sending one to brawl the goalie, but just have never been able to properly set up to shoot on that goal. So not sure what they need to do to make that come true. But either way, Paradox setting up inside the zone, trying to get fancy with the disc and go for a dunk from the underside of goal, but just misses and sends a bit of a pass awry. With 30 seconds left, though, the time is ticking, and this is going to work for Paradox. I don't think it's going to be really possible here for zero gravity to put 3 on the board, although if this goes in and they get a stack up here potentially to put a 3 in, yeah, the time now just not enough for zero gravity. Paradox going to run away with round one as the 10 seconds tick down, and bit of a slower paced series here, but Paradox doing an excellent job of finding the right passes they needed to and setting up inside the zone of zero gravity effectively for at least the first round. I gotta wonder now if zero gravity can come in here, maybe try and play things a little faster, you know, try and get those stacks down to the clears in time to snag disc and be able to find those open goal opportunities. But Paradox with a nice job. It does seem like stats are a bit out of order. I do apologize for that, but hopefully we'll have them set up for round two. You can see obviously not the right players there underneath, but and you know, I do apologize. We might not have stats for this series, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't think we can get it fixed in time, but the action's right here in front of you. Right, I can tab into stats very briefly. Cyber Warrior with 2 points, Dewey Blank with 2, Bird Friend with 4, excuse me. 13 stuns from Dewey, 12 from Bird Friend, 16 from J Train. Stuns coming in on the side of zero gravity, 14 from Cyber Warrior, 21 from Myth, 6 from Old Dog, 0 from Toasted Tartars. He was their permanent goalie. Couple of saves coming in from Myth and Old Dog, and 1 steal. The steals favoring that of Paradox, 4-2. So again, that passing just needs to become a little bit more crisp for zero gravity as they set up inside the zone. Otherwise, they're gonna have a tough time. It does look like Paradox might find some success off the joust here, but it does get intercepted off the back throw. Was gonna be a 2v2 setup inside the bubble, but the clear gonna be successful, and now zero gravity may be able to find themselves an opportunity to set up inside the zone. A bit of a floated, awkward clear goes straight into the hands, though, of the goalie for Paradox, and that's going to be a clear down the tunnel. Old Dog going to be able to intercept that quickly in a back and forth here in the midfield. You know, considering how slow-paced round one was, I think for zero gravity, playing it slow is the right idea. You know, just to really take their time, force the pressure from from Paradox onto zero gravity, and you know, keep the scoring, you know, keep the possession of the disc in their hands, because scoring was not very high. You know, one or two threes can set you apart in these in this series, so it seems. And so if zero gravity can just manage to find themselves a 3 to kick off this round 2, it's going to be exactly what they need. Even a 2, really, just to get some points on the board. Looks like they are going to have an attempt here. The shot going to be able to snag from Fallout Cast, not coming in quick enough under the pressure of defense, and Fallout going to be able to send a nice clear. That should go straight into the hands of Toasted, who has been patiently waiting in the goal of zero gravity, though. And the clear not perfect here. Does kind of bounce around inside the zone of zero gravity. We'll see if Paradox can work something up. I don't know if there's enough of them down here. A nice pass to the center. Shot just a bit wide. Bit of stunning work just around the disc. Some ground juking. Maybe a setup, but an intercept coming in from Myth prevents that from happening on the back of goal. not a perfect clear, but at least prevents the goal from happening. And this intercept may lead to Myth be able to get that clear he's looking for down the side tube. Fallout, though, has pushed up from his goalie position and waited there in the midfield. Found an excellent pass. The shot on goal just dings on the corner. Paradox trying to get that lead boosted up. And the clear is just not looking good for Zero Gravity here. They've really been biting them in the back as they have not been able to get this disc out of their zone.
Intercepted.
Both teams definitely feeling the pressure, though. You can see the urgency here in Zero Gravity as they're just trying to get it out of the zone. They just do not want Paradox to be able to apply pressure inside the bubble, because when they do, Paradox have been successful. They've had some good passing inside there. And so I got to wonder if that's what Zero Gravity are prioritizing here. Finally, a clear for Zero Gravity. Right back into the hands of Paradox, though, so very little respite for them as they again are now put on the defense. The open shot here as the goalie Toasted Tartars went out for disc and missed it. The bounce not favoring him, and the 2-pointer coming in from J-Train. Paradox taking the lead. I think that was took 4 minutes for that goal to go in, but they are now up 2-0 as we get into what is the second half of round 2. I do see some of you just tuning in. The round 1 score was 6-2. Round 2, we are now 2-0. Sorry, it would be 2-6, and we are now 0-2. Paradox have won both of those. Was not clear on how I phrased that, but won one of those. Paradox are winning our second match here currently, but we'll see if Zero Gravity have anything to say about it. Toasted able to push up here and snag disc. I think that's the first I've seen him push out of that goal. He's been very dedicated and sitting inside that goal for a while now, and maybe Zero Gravity have realized they just need an extra presence. They need a bit of an extra threat here. Old Dog gonna try and get up here and get that disc. They need to change something up, right? Because they have unsuccessfully performed in round 1, and they are now effectively losing round 2. So maybe this is what they need. Maybe having just that extra fourth pushed up is what they need. Although, as I say that, he has dropped back as soon as they lost favor in possession, and it's going to basically be this 4v3 here for Paradox as they contest for disc in the midfield.
Interception.
Even now, I mean, you know, I think when the disc is inside the zone of Paradox, you know, maybe you could push up a bit, but you know, to that credit, they're staying dedicated on that goalie position to prevent, you know, any points from coming in. They just do not want the open goal to be an option. Paradox have been looking good on stacks, so it is a reasonable response, honestly. If they're not able to keep up with Paradox stack speed, then put a permanent goalie in there. Guarantee that a clear and a stack push cannot happen. Shots on goal here, just going wide for Paradox. Dewey Blank tries to pass one off. It does nicely. Birdfriend pushes off. Birdfriend, well, I cannot say friend today. Birdfriend pushes off that Geode nicely, snags the pass, and finds himself 4-point lead now for Paradox. Not over yet, though. 4-point lead, 3 minutes left. A 3 and a 2 puts you in the lead, and so it's simply 2 goals away for Zero Gravity. They just need to be able to string those 2 together and prevent Paradox from tacking any more points onto their lead. Good interception here, good bit of passing to work the disc up through their zone. Great stun work, though, in the slap. Prevents any of that from being successful. Paradox now, again, with disc in hand inside the bubble. Bit of passing going on here. Might be a shot on goal denied from Old Dog. Again, though, Paradox, the speed is just a little bit quicker. Their stacks are able to get there in time for the clear. And so you can see the answer Zero Gravity have to that is to just try and pass it up. You know, they're trying to pass it up through their zone, up through the zone of Paradox. The defense of Paradox and the offense is really just being super aggressive, though, and the stuns keep coming out. They keep pressuring the disc holder and making it hard for them to find those secure passes. And even the good clears are tough here as Old Dog gets stunned out as he tries to clear that out. The slap is going to be successful, though. Maybe Zero Gravity can find something here. It might be a potential 3-on-2 or a 2-on-2. The disc, the shot, an excellent snag to prevent that from going in. That was the 3 attempt right there.
Now that's a goalie. Blue throws it way downfield.
Brawling over a disc here in the midfield. Not exactly what Zero Gravity want, because the time continues to tick down. Minute 20 left on the clock, and they have to score 2 goals. So they have to get this goal. If Paradox are able to shut that down and get a clear here, I just don't know if there's going to be enough time for Zero Gravity to put up 2.2 goals. And as the time ticks down, they are making it harder and harder for them to do. The setup here on goal, though, the shot off the backboard, not successful. 55 seconds in the hands of Paradox. The good clear will go down tunnel, and this is not what Zero Gravity need right now. They do not need the time to tick away. What they also don't need is another 2, as now it's going to be 2 3-point goals required for the Zero Gravity team to answer back, and with 35 seconds left, I just don't know if that's going to be possible for this squad. Paradox coming in excellent. I mean, the stack speed just pays off. You know, you can see it on their offense, on their defense. The stack speed has been there almost every time before Zero Gravity, and you know, clearly, you know, that differentiator made it very hard for Zero Gravity to get points on the board. They are trying to prevent 0 points from being on the board, though. They want to get at least a few, and the block there coming out from Fallout, a great snag. No points scored on the second round for ZG, and Paradox going to be able to come away with the Series W. 6-2 in round 1, 6-0 in round 2. I know we have some very exciting games planned for you later today. Heck, there might be one on Master League 2. I think there is one in Master League 2 in T-1 minute. So we'll most likely drop you off over there. But then we'll be right back here on Master League 1 in about 1 hour. We will be bringing to you